Hi there, this is Chris, the chap in the cap from Motolegends, here today to talk to you about a new pant for 2020 from Halvarssons. It's called the Zion pant. So this is the Zion pant from Halvarssons. It comes in a plain black and it comes in this camo look. And in this camo version, it looks a little bit kind of adventure rider. But in truth, it's not. It's not a proper adventure pant. In some ways, it's quite a strange trouser. It's a bit of a hybrid. Now, it's got a removable waterproof membrane. And a removable waterproof membrane is what you do often associate with adventure gear, because when you take a membrane out of a garment, you make it much more breathable. You allow the material to vent much better, and it allows you to breathe much better. So when you remove the membrane, which is also obviously a windproof membrane, trousers become much nicer to wear in hot weather. But if this were a proper adventure trouser, it would have zips. It would have vent zips that would allow it to breathe even better. It doesn't have those. So in our view, it is not an adventure trouser. It also has no thermal lining. Now, that's not, in truth, a problem for us. You just layer up. So if you had a pair of these, you would have a pair of merino leggings, something like that, and you put them on cold days. So the question is, what kind of pant is this? And I think it's a sort of all year round pant. It does everything, but it doesn't do anything particularly well, as it were. So it's not a pant for extremes. So you wouldn't want to go out in really hot weather. So if you were crossing a desert, this is not the pant you would want because it doesn't have vents. If you were going somewhere, if you were commuting in the winter, long distances, there's no thermal in this. And also the waterproofing with a removable waterproof membrane is not as good as you get with a fixed waterproof membrane, be that a drop liner or a laminate. So this is not a pant that's going to stand up to the heaviest rain, the greatest heat, or the deepest cold. So it does everything, but it does them to a level, as it were. I think this pant has been aimed at the leisure rider, the guy who wants a trouser that pretty much does everything, probably working on a budget, because this is a fantastically priced pant. It's just £170. So for that, you do get a lot of trouser. You could use it as if you were a short distance commuter, it would work perfectly well for that as well. So it's a bit of a strange trouser. It's neither one thing nor t'other, but if you wanted to buy a trouser for less than £200 that does pretty much everything you're going to need, and you're prepared to supplement it with an appropriate thermal layer, then this trouser may be the one for you. In terms of spec, for that money, you still get a fair amount with this pant, more than you would get from some other brands. It's an AA rated trouser under the EN 17092 regulations. Now, not everyone understands the regs, but garments are either rated A, AA or AAA. There's no such thing as a textile trouser or jacket that's above AA, so this is right where you would expect it. Normally a trouser at this kind of price, you might expect to be rated at A, which is the urban level. So for this price, I think it's a pretty protective trouser. Comes as standard with level 1 armour in both the knees and the hips. What you also get with Halvarssons that you get in all of their products is it's high art lined. Now high art is, I can liken it to a Kevlar. It's actually not Kevlar, it's not even an aramid fibre, it's Halvarssons' own construction, but when they line it in a trouser or a jacket, it increases the strength of that material. So in a textile garment, it increases the strength of the textile by 500%, so times 6. And you'll find that you've got high art in this pant in all the kind of most vulnerable areas. In terms of styling, very much a jeans style. You've got actually 5 pockets. You've got 2 rear pockets with flaps on the back here. You've got a little change pocket and 2 slash pockets here. You've also got some cargo pockets here that give it a little bit more of that kind of adventure feel. High at the back, so if you wore it with a shortish jacket, it's going to work well. You've got a reasonably wide bottom here, long zip, enough to get a decent sized boot in. You would not get a plastic heavy duty motocross boot, but I don't think you'd ever wear those with this kind of trouser, but certainly a crossover boot, something like the TCX Drift or the TCX Baja would go in here easily. As I've said, it comes in black as well as camo, comes in a ladies version. So if you're looking for a pant that does everything, you are limited in terms of how much you want to spend. I think this is a great choice. Would work really well, I feel, with the new for 2020 jacket from Halvarssons that's called the Zagreb. That's a £300 jacket. differently constructed. That's got a fixed waterproof membrane, but for less than 500 quid, so for 470 pounds, you would have an outfit there that would see you through pretty much everything you might want to ride in. So that was the Zion pant from Halvarssons. If you'd like to look at more Halvarssons gear, visit the website motolegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about the Zion pant, then if you click on one of the links on this page, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there. They will take you directly to the relevant page on the website. You can check out the spec in more detail, you can check out availability, and if you are so minded, you can buy one there and then. Now, when you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward, and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no P&P charge on anything we sell. If having received something you want to return it, again, you can do so at our cost, and we give you a full 12 months in which to make that decision. So there's no pressure. In terms of pricing, we have an unbeatable price promise. Now, John Lewis is rightly famed for their never knowingly undersold. They will match any competitor's price. We go one better. If you can find anyone selling anything we sell at a price lower than ours, we will beat their price by a full 10%. If that competitor is in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their landed price. Few terms and conditions on the website, not particularly onerous, but if you want to check them out, visit the website, obviously. If in future you'd like to receive bulletins about new products like this, then at the top of every page on the website, there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be in business, you'll receive our bulletins. If, however, you prefer to get your information about new products videographically, in other words, in this form, then we would be delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, which you can do by clicking on the button down below. Finally, I'd like to make a little play for our shop here at Motolegends. It's a small shop. We're based on the edge of Guildford. We're about a mile from the town centre, a mile from the railway station. But even though the footprint is small, it's attached to our warehouse with £2 million worth of stock on 3 floors. It technically makes it the second largest shop in the country. But we are far more than just the amount of stock we have here. We're all about service and personal fitting. If you want to check that out, then visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. And of course, we serve the finest illy Italian coffee and the nicest Yorkshire tea. And who knows, if you're lucky, you may even get one of Sean's mum's famous motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.